All right, everybody, welcome back. Last episode, we did the AFC South preview. So this time around, we're doing the NFC North preview, which could be, which might be just downright the worst division in football. So we'll see how this goes. Yeah, we're starting out with the Shitlanta Falcons. Satan reincarnate himself.
I don't think that deserving of a title.
It is. Starting off, let's see here. What did Satan themselves do? We got Easton Stick on the team now. Jamal Agnew. Not a whole lot going on here. A lot of re-signs. Not a whole lot of new blood here. They do indeed still have Kyle
Everybody
Pitts.
can look at Kyle Pitts in the 7th round.
They did the most head-scratching move, taking 2 edges in the first round. They were like, yo, we need an edge. I got you. Let's take 2 of them. And they traded up. They traded up to get 1. And then went around and took another. Only Atlanta stuff, you know.
Oh, mind if they plan to play them at different sides of the field.
Let's see. What exactly did they do? They lost Philip Dorsett. They lost Rondell Moore, who got hurt in preseason, which is sad to see. I've always liked Rondell. Lost Grady Jarrett.
That's a big loss, honestly.
Yeah, lost Grady. Lost Matthew Judon.
That's also a big loss.
They lost their kicker.
That's whatever.
Lost Justin Simmons. I feel like that's a name on the line. Yeah, so I mean, we got Atlanta. I mean, I feel like at this point it's the Michael Penix show. Really, I'll be real. Atlanta is the team for me. First off, their win total is 7.5. They're a team that should always be competing for the division. But every year they find a way to falcon it up.
They were competing last year, and then
they beat the Bucks twice.
Yep.
Which is the only other competition you have in division. And they somehow managed to lose the division. That might as well be a 3-game swing. You beat your division rival twice. You got him.
Wasn't playing good, but I 100% think it's because they benched Kirk. I know he wasn't playing how you wanted him to play, but you were winning games still with him.
I mean, Penix came in and he didn't look bad.
Yeah, I'm just, but like,
what did he do? Go 1-1?
Yeah.
I mean,
stuff like that.
I
feel like he is. For me, my biggest gripe with him was it was at the end of the year last year when they benched Kirk, and they were still in competition. There was no reason to bench Kirk.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. You go with what brought you to the dance at that point, and throwing your rookie quarterback into that situation at that time just felt like very questionable moves.
Like a good thing to do to him or your team.
Yeah, it felt very, very questionable.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about Penix, obviously, because we got to see 2 games of him.
I mean, like I said, I think you do still have freaking... Oh, I forgot the receiver's name. I'm wanting to say Calvin Ridley, and it's not Calvin Ridley.
Darnell
used
Mooney,
to be
baby.
Mooney, and then the starter.
Drake London.
Yeah,
baby.
You still got London and Mooney there. Mooney had a breakout year last year. You still have Kyle Pitts. However you feel about Kyle Pitts.
Don't say you still have him.
You got Bijan and Algier. Like, there ain't no reason that this team shouldn't compete. I just think they're going to falcon it up like they normally do. 7.5 feels like where the line should be, honestly. I mean, you get
should 100% compete, but comes down to the quarterback. And
you get Bake Show right off the bat, week 1, right in your face.
Might be a good thing.
You get the Vikings and the Panthers. I mean, the Vikings, another team that I just don't know how to feel about. JJ McCarthy, we just haven't seen him. Then you get Jaden and Josh Allen. I mean, you play the AFC East, so the schedule isn't going to look all that scary. Man, dude, the Germany game is Falcons Colts. Oh my God. What a game!
Damn, that really is. It's fucked up. We gave one of the worst games on the year.
The Dolphins. They got to play y'all at the end of the year. Arizona. The Rams. Oh, they play. We play the whole NFC West. Play the NFC West and the AFC East. What a combination. I don't know. I feel like 7.5 is a fair line. I feel like Atlanta, for all intents and purposes, should be in this division. I just will not trust them until I am giving a reason to trust them.
Yeah. I don't know. I like Atlanta still, but I'm not ringing their bell like I was last year.
Oh, no. Like, I think as a team on paper, they should look good, but it's like, you have to show me you can win in those big spots before.
And we're gonna find out.
I do hope that Penix works out, because I think Penix throws a really pretty ball.
Yeah, well, you know, as a the real deal or not.
As a Saints fan, I mean, I never hope for good things for the Falcons, but I would like to see the man have a long and prosperous career. I just feel like I said, it's like you said, they needed an edge and they took 2 of them with their first 2 first-round picks. It's kind of like the Falcons doing Falcon things. They just always find a way to trip themselves up.
One thing that I will say about that, they might convert one to defensive tackle if they lost to... Since they lost their defensive tackle.
Since they lost Grady?
Yeah, that's the one thing I could say about that. And that would be smart if they just didn't think any of the tackles were good enough for their jobs. They'd be like,
here's the thing, like, does anybody truly believe that the Falcons would do the smart thing, though?
Yeah. Sometimes.
We'll see.
They drafted well, I feel like. I feel like they've been drafting well. They just haven't had the guy at the front for a while.
They did bring back
Bijan. They went out and got Mooney, who had the breakout year. They have Drake London. Like, they've had good draft picks, I feel like, too.
I feel like this team also has a decent O-line.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like aren't they one of the better O-lines?
Probably.
Also, I missed it on here, but they did also sign edge Leonard Floyd.
Oh, Leonard Floyd, yeah, he's good.
I was gonna say old man at this age, I think.
He's old, but he'll probably be decent.
But yeah, the 7.5. Like I said, I feel like that's a fair line. I feel like they're either gonna win 7 or 8 games. I don't know how I'd lean on that line. If I had to lean it,
I would. The 8.
Dude, see, I would lean under, but that's just because I don't trust Atlanta.
But yeah, I like Atlanta still, but I don't think I can good faith put them in division winning talks after what they did to me last year.
Yeah, I feel like they've been doing that to people for the last 3-4 years.
Yeah,
let's move on to a team that I feel has a lot more brighter future, the Carolina Panthers.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, dude.
But because my boy Bryce
I was going to say, I feel good about Bryce this year. Let's see here. They brought in Andy. Andy's back. 2-year deal. They brought in Rico Dowdle. Who I actually like Rico. Like I thought
backfield.
I thought Rico was like starting to pick it up, and then the Cowboys just said, "Nah, we're not bringing you back." Brought back David Moore. They signed Hunter Renfrow.
I like that signing a lot.
I like Hunter Renfrow as a signing as well. re-signed Tommy Tremble. Anything
That's just a
else on
dead
here?
name.
Did they do anything crazy in the draft? Obviously, they picked up McMillan, who's supposed to be, a dude. So we'll see. Picked up a
They haven't
couple
really been hitting
edges.
on their wide
They also
receivers.
are the team that drafted Trevor Etienne.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, they do. They got, like I said, I feel like it's, that they're starting to stack some people here. Let's see here. They lost Miles Sanders. They lost Jadeveon Clowney. They lost Shaq Thompson.
Yeah, he's kind of old now, though.
They lost my boy Eddie Pinheiro, and no one's picked him up.
Yeah, that's probably for the best.
And they lost Johnny Hecker. Which, we just talked about the Titans. Lost a very reliable punter. But, no, dude, I like where this team's going. I feel like at the end of the year, Bryce was starting to figure it out. I think you've
Bryce
got to...
looks like the quarterback you drafted. Or you thought you drafted at the end of last year.
Yeah.
It looked like he got his confidence. So he started looking good out there.
I mean, it took a minute. I mean, Chuba Hubbard broke out.
Chuba
I feel like
broke out.
Dude, I do feel
crazy.
We all thought that rookie was going to come in and take some time away, and it just never happened. I wonder if they have a role for him or if he's just going to be a bust.
Well, he did get hurt.
He did get hurt, and then he came back, and then he just didn't really get used. So it's going to be interesting to see, but I like Chuba, so.
I think he got used like a few times, not enough to be like crazy, but he did look good. But I think why would they not just ride Chuba out? Like he just broke out, got a big extension.
They signed him too, yeah. But I mean, I like what this team's doing. You brought in Rico, who I like.
Got a lot of good backs in that backfield now.
Yeah, you drafted a back. I mean, got a couple of veteran wideouts. You drafted the young guy.
Heavy.
You still got old man Thielen there.
With old man Renfro.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like, I feel like this team has some optimism around it. Like, this is Bryce's year to step forward.
I think this year won't be a team success, but I think this will be a year where you see the team moving forward in the rebuild process.
I'm gonna be real. Maybe it's the optimism. The Lions 6.5. I would take the over on the line.
I think they get 7 wins. I would take the over.
I feel like it's the most optimist that we have been for the Panthers in a while. I mean, Jags week 1, Cardinals week 2, Falcons. Oh.
I'm excited to see Bryce Young, some more Bryce Young, because he's gotten his name dragged through the fucking mud so much. I still feel like people aren't ready to really acknowledge that he was doing good last year. At the end,
I feel like a lot of it is
they want to see the results now of this year.
And I feel like a lot of it is that he's undersized, so people don't want to give him the credit.
Kind of like
because he's a small dude. Yeah. But I mean, I feel like he's had a year to get under it. They've got a coordinator that's working with him. Pulled him for Andy for a little bit, got him where he wanted him to, put him back in. Like, man, it's a slow build, man. But I feel like Carolina is, kind of there. They did also re-sign J.C. Horn, which is big move for
That's
them.
a big move, yeah. You want to keep that man.
But I feel like you've got a few pieces on it. Now it's just can we hit the next step? I think Carolina's a fun team though, and I feel like they're going to be more of a fun watch than they have been in previous years, as long as there isn't a crazy injury or something.
Yeah.
I feel like they may finally be the step above being a stepping stone.
I really want to see it because I've been a Bryce believer for a while.
Yeah, I feel like Bryce is one of those guys who it's very hard to hate. All
People
right.
find a way.
Oh, let's talk about a shit show now, baby.
Oh God,
Next
bro.
up is my Saints. We we
Dead
we
last.
we signed Cam Akers to a 1-year contract.
Oh God, that's a nose.
We brought back Brandon Cooks. We signed notable Mook boy Donovan Peoples Jones.
I do like that
We
move.
re-signed Dante Pettis.
I do like that move. I think
Jawan,
Pettis is one of the most underrated number 2/3s in the league.
he was getting work in preseason already. We re-signed Jawan Johnson, who I like. I love Jawan Johnson.
I like Juwan. I feel like he's a Saint staple.
We re-signed. Well, Cam Jordan revised his existing contract to come back for a 15th NFL season, all with the Saints.
Jesus Christ, bro.
Chase Young's returning on a 3-year deal.
That's good. Love to see that.
Let's see here. And then a couple safeties we brought in. Julian Blackman and Justin Reed have to try to, make up for Honey Badger retiring.
Honestly, not a bad offseason by the Saints, in my opinion. Their biggest blunder was the draft.
I mean, we picked up an offensive tackle, which we needed. We picked up
the
Tyler
quarterback
Show.
position.
Listen, if Show hits, it is what it. I have doubts on it, but if Tyler Show hits, it makes everything 1,000,000 times easier.
Yeah, but if you're sitting there and he does it and you're watching Shador hit for Cleveland, you're kind of fucking pissed.
Well, I think the Browns are going to try to play Shador and trade him and try to get Arch next year, is what I think's going to happen.
I also, the whole thing for me is, the draft. People trying to send a message by not drafting Shador was fucking insane.
Dude, well, the Browns ended up taking 2 QBs now, so it's like, who knows, And then we get to look at this saddening departures list. Derek Carr retired. We
That's
lost
fine.
we lost notable Mook boy Ben DiNucci.
Oh God,
We lost Jamal Williams. MVS is gone. We lost Ryan Ramczyk. He retired. That's a huge loss on the O-line. We lost Willie Gay Jr. We lost Paulson Adebo, which makes me sad. Paulson Adebo slept on corner. It was really, really good. And then, me going into the season thinking we had the best corners in the league just to watch all of them get hurt.
Then your safety retired.
Yep, and Tyrann retired. Let's be real. It does not look good for the Saints.
And also, hell of a career
Over
retiring.
under
Oh,
is
boy.
over under is 4.5. That's a low over under. I would probably lean the under. What I think the Saints are going to do this year is I think they're going to be just good enough to not get the number 1 pick. I think they're going to win 4 or 5 games and be like the number 3 pick. They're going to somehow screw up the tank for Arch.
That'd be funny.
We opened the season.
I was looking at Honey Badger's stats, and I didn't realize how long he was actually a Saint and a Chief.
Yeah.
He played. I think he played either the exact same amount of years he played for Arizona, one of those teams, or a little 1 year less.
Yeah, he was a Saint and a Chief for a good while.
Goddamn, time went by quick after he left Arizona.
It's hard to find dubs on the Saints schedule though. We play the Giants, but we'll talk about. I feel like, well, when we get to the Giants, it'll make sense. But I feel like there's very much optimism in New York.
Hopefully, Mookie will be with us when we get to the Giants.
I know. Obviously, you get 2 games at the Falcons. We'll end up taking one of those. We always split with them. Never fails. We'll end up maybe splitting with Carolina. I don't know. We'll see. Carolina Saints games are always weird. But I feel like the Niners could be a potential, like, we'll see. People are high on the Niners. I am not high on the Niners.
I have
Seattle's
them
a
like as
question
a
mark.
mid-tier team.
Huh?
I have the Niners as like a mid-tier team this year.
There's people that are like, well, their schedule's so easy, and I feel like, it's hard to like judge a schedule past like week 1 or 2 because you just don't really know who's gonna be healthy,
Stepping
not
up.
healthy, stepping up. Yeah, and it's just there's just so many question marks. It's like, yeah, this team was ass last year, but I mean they may not be ass this year.
Yeah.
But I mean, you kind of look at it. I mean, there's Miami and the Jets on here. There's a chance for a couple wins. I would probably like lean the under, but 4.5 is a low under. And like I said, I think the Saints are gonna win just enough to screw up the tank. I mean, I feel like your only goal for the Saints this year is figure out if Tyler Show is the guy because it's obvious that Spencer Rattler isn't the guy.
Yeah.
I got asked last year how I felt about them taking Rattler. I was like, they took a QB in the 5th round. Like, I was like, if it pans out, cool. I was like, I feel like, and this is just a philosophy. Even if you have a star quarterback, there's never an issue with taking a shot at quarter, especially in later rounds.
Yeah, you might as well. You gotta add depth somewhere.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, if you can get a young guy who might become something, then yeah.
If you get a young guy that can become something, you might be able to trade him. If you get a young guy that becomes something, maybe he replaces whoever the starter is if things don't work out, injuries. I feel like it's never a bad thing to take a shot on a quarterback, especially later
that's
in
what
drafts.
New England was really good at that for a while. They had Jimmy G. He was starting caliber. Then they got rid of him. They had Jacoby Brissett. He was starting caliber for a little bit. Like, they got value out of those quarterbacks.
Yeah, dude. Like, I think that it's gonna be kind of a shit show in New Orleans, but we'll see what ends up, happening. Like I said, if Tyler's show hits, then all of a sudden everything else just becomes better. And if he doesn't hit, well, then you should be in good position to take a quarterback next year. I just think the team's going to be middling and they'll win just enough games to have like pick 3 instead of pick 1, and I'll be sad. Because, we can't have nice things. Do you got anything you want to say about the Saints?
No, I don't got much to say about them. The thing I'll say about them is they need to let go and trade this old talent that still has value, bro.
It's
like they need to trade their Alvin Kamara. They need to trade their fucking old fucking lineman Cameron Jordan.
It's also a rookie head coach, which rookie head coach with that roster, it's definitely not great,
If they just blew it up, they could get so much value still.
I mean, yeah, but they're not going to. Trust me, I've been a Saints fan. I've been on this drum for a while since Breeze retired.
I hope Chris Olave has a good year.
They just kicked the can down the road. Yeah, it'd be nice to see an Olave comeback year. I want to see my boy Shaheed have a big comeback year.
Comeback year? His last year was his breakout year.
He got hurt like 5 games into the season.
Wasn't he a rookie, though?
No, Shaheed is defo not a rookie.
Oh, he had good games last year.
He had good games up until he got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
He is in his 4th season.
It would be nice to see that receiving core get some actual footballs thrown to them.
I mean, dude, if they have someone that bombs it, that's Shaheed's specialty is he's fast.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so we'll just have to see.
Also, in part of honoring Derek Carr, I will acknowledge his 50-point game against Dallas Cowboys.
that
was legendary.
That was like all Alvin. That was
Nope.
when I literally got asked in a restaurant that week if the Saints were for real. And I was like, no. It was funny because I was on our pod last year and I said the Saints are gonna start 2-0, then lose like 10 straight, and that's almost exactly what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, it's just the main goal for the Saints this year is see if one of these quarterbacks on the roster hit, and if not, go out and get your guy. Get rid of some of the old talent, get some extra picks, and go up and get our guy. I feel like, and like I said, we're in the Kellen Moore experiment, so we're gonna see what happens. All right, moving on. We got
through 2 of those touchdowns. And 243 yards.
Yeah.
On 16 attempts on 11.
Well, one of those was like a 70-yard pass to Shaheed, too.
Yeah. So, you know what? He gets his due. That's 2 of the touchdowns and a lot of the yards.
But moving on, we have the last team in this division, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
The division winners.
The over-under of them is 9.5. I mean, I'd probably hit the over. I mean,
would too.
10 wins. Looking at the schedule, got the Jets on here. You got... Their schedule isn't easy, though. I mean, Bills are on here. You got Philly on here. But, I mean, as we seen last year, I mean, they beat Detroit in week 2. I feel like Tampa's just a well-oiled machine, and they have been for years. They re-signed Kyle Trask. Good job. They re-signed Chris Godwin.
Hell yeah!
Gave him
I'm excited. Godwin
$44 million
here.
guarantee. I'm glad they gave him a contract, bro, because he was having a damn good year before he got hurt.
He was going for number 1 wide receiver last year.
I don't know if he'll like be the same guy off the injury. Like, I have to see it. I have my concerns because it was a nasty injury. But like,
no matter what, he's
I'm
off
happy.
to Mike Evans, and he'll be good.
I'm happy. Well, they also drafted freaking, I can't ever say the dude's name, Emeka Egbuka, who's supposed to be like him, you know. They picked up
that one dude who was coming off the bench.
They picked up a few corners, which is always good because like they need help defensively, so getting a couple edges and corners in the draft, it will work out very well for them. They did re-sign Sterling Shepard.
Hell yeah. My boy got...
They picked up Hassan Reddick.
Oh, I like that move. Reddick's good. He's decent.
Re-sign Levante David. Re-sign Anthony Walker Jr.
Yeah.
Re-sign their punter. Let's see here. They lost Chase Edmonds. And really a whole lot.
I didn't realize Chase Edmonds was still playing.
Yeah, he was there. They did lose Shaq Barrett, which a bit saddening. No one's picked up Shaq Barrett yet.
Now, their big hope is that their Bucky Irving is the guy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but like, there's nothing but optimism. I mean, I feel like they're up there with the best well-ran teams in the league, you know, the last few years. Your Green Bays and stuff like that. Like, they've made the transition from Brady to Baker, and they just keep winning the division. I mean, you still got Mike Evans, still got Chris Godwin, you got Bucky, you still got
the other running back they had,
Rashad White, and
yeah,
they had a third guy there.
Yeah, they had a lot of backs.
I forgot the third guy's name. Remember, he had a massive week in fantasy, though. But I feel like, you know, up until another team shows they can handle Tampa, I mean, Tampa is to be Sean Tucker.
Yeah, Sean Tucker. I don't know which running back is going to start. I feel like it's gonna be
Man,
committee no matter
I
what.
feel
But
like
my God,
it's gonna be Bucky, but I don't feel like Rashad White's just not gonna get work.
I feel
You
like they might
still
just run a 3-headed monster.
you still got my boy Cotton there,
Yeah, my boy K. Dotton, the goat.
and obviously O line looks good. You still have big old Vita Vea out there.
Hell yeah.
Like I feel like until otherwise proven, I mean Tampa should be the favorites in the NFC South, and it looks like they are. Schedule isn't terribly tough. I mean, I feel like it's on a fantasy sense. I want Bucks players because they're probably going to put up a good amount of points. Baker loves to sling it. You have Mike
Yeah,
Evans,
the
who
Bucks
if
versus
Mike
Detroit.
Evans gets a 1,000 yard season, he breaks Jerry's record.
I'm rooting
The
for it.
most 1,000. I mean, yeah, Godwin's coming back. You picked up a receiver that's there to be happy about. Your backs are good. You've got a really good O line. Like you're good on the defensive end of the ball. I don't know how they stack up necessarily to like. I feel like they can hang with anyone, but I feel like this is the team that you start comparing to the Detroits and the Philadelphias and like the upper echelon of the NFC. Maybe that's like a hint too much, but I feel like if they stay healthy, there is no reason not to at least put them in that conversation. I was gonna say who actually beat them in the play. Oh, it was the Commanders. Very good game.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I would go over on that 9.5. I mean, I know they only won 9 last year, but I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I feel like it's Tampa and then the rest of the South.
Yeah, that's very much how it feels.
It's like, and the thing is, you can see Atlanta sticking with them. It's just,
They gotta do it first.
yeah, it's just Atlanta has to show it to me because they had every advantage in the book the last 2 seasons and managed to choke it both of those seasons. Atlanta very much feels like that. They get that win in their in situation,
And then lose.
and then yeah, they find a way to falcon it up. So, but like I said, I feel like it's still optimism in Tampa. I feel like also Baker's probably the most undervalued quarterback in the league, meaning in a sense of like his play compared to what he's getting paid. Because Tampa's still getting a very good deal on Baker. I think
And he's if he keeps playing like that, he gets at least one more big contract signing. Is how old is Baker now?
right. He is. I think right now he's making roughly 30 mil a year. 3 mil, 100 mil contract with 50 mil guaranteed. So I mean, yeah, he's getting. They've restructured his contract to where he's getting 30 mil, but I mean the numbers he's put up, like
How long is left on his contract?
he just restructured it.
So how long is it? Like...
3 years.
Yeah, so if he's playing like this 3 years from now, and the Bucks are having success, or like another team like sees him and wants him, he can get a big payday for like 2 more years.
So
2 more
wait,
years.
it is. I don't know what the restructure was, but like he did that in 2024, so it would be this year and then next year.
So next year's contract year.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if he
The
plays
moon gives him
really well,
that's
he'll
the
be
year.
31 on his contract on his contract year, or 32 on his contract year. I think
They reworked. The move gives him 30 million in guaranteed money in 2026, a year that previously had no guarantees. Yeah,
He'll be
second
31,
year of a 3-year deal worth 100 million. Now he has extra security for his final year in Tampa. So yeah, I think it would be this year and next year.
So yeah, so like if he keeps playing like how he has been, and the Bucks say, you know what, this is our guy for now. Let's bring him in for another 4 years. He's gonna get a big payday.
Which I was gonna
So
say
yeah,
right
so
now,
he
there's
has a lot of reason to play his ass off right now.
right now there's literally no reason not to say that.
Mm. It's right now, if it was contract year this year, he would be getting a big payday.
But yeah, I feel like as long as you keep getting results in Tampa, there's really no reason to change it. Like you're there every year.
Which would be good for Baker, man. He deserves a payday.
You're there and you don't feel fraudulent compared to some of the other teams. Like you're there and like while people may not put you on that level with like Detroit and Philly, which I think they're like kind of in that mix. They'd probably be the third out of those, but like it's like you don't look like a sore thumb, and where it's like, you know, or like if the Panthers won the division, you'd be like, oh, one of these things is not like the other. And that's saying that for someone that has optimism in the Panthers this season. Or like, you know, the AFC South, where depending on where things shake for the Texans, you could definitely say one of these things is not like the other.
Yeah.
But I think it's an optimistic year for the Bucks, and hopefully they stay healthier than they did last year. Because
yeah,
you know,
deal with injuries almost every other week.
we want to see Evans and Godwin out there. Like,
yeah, when they're both out there, that shit's terrifying.
Dude, I never think of Godwin as a 9-year pro.
Yeah, because he kind of flew under the radar for a while. I
Yeah.
feel like he didn't really like get acknowledgement until it was like like year 7. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he didn't get acknowledgement till like 2021,
like,
2022.
Baller, yeah.
Even though he had really been doing it since 2018.
Mm-hmm. I feel like only like Bucks fans would know that, our fantasy players would know about him.
Mike Evans was hogging the spotlight.
Bro, because he's doing the 1,000-yard seasons every year.
But yeah, I think we both agree. Kind of Bucks on top, Saints on the bottom, and the other two are gonna be fighting in the middle.
Yeah, pretty much. Nothing super deep in this division.
I mean, but now since we got these two out of the way, we get to hit the deeper division next time.
Thank God.
Anyways, y'all, thank y'all so much for watching. Greatly appreciate it. Like I said, as always, hit the little sub button down below if y'all enjoy this kind of content. Like I said, we do have the Gamba episode coming sooner or later, as well as a few other things that we'd like to get done. And until then, we will see y'all on the next episode. Have a good one, y'all. Bye-bye.